Trump calls Maduro a narco-terrorist, and yet at the same time he pardons Honduras's president, who's a convicted drug trafficking ex-president. What about this selective policy? How credible is the U.S. anti-drug narrative at the moment?
In giving like a broad understanding of the U.S. Foreign policy against Latin America, particularly, all countries can really export the drugs or what we call it, something is really harming the American national security, harming, the people in the United States. It's really um, deep and long issue here in the United States. But the Trump pressure towards Venezuela, it's clear, it's showing, like it's non-consistent or inconsistent that other countries in Latin America is still really harming the U.S. National security. But Maduro, in my best understanding, or Venezuela, is having a very deep relationship with China and Russia. Probably this is really make United States very nervous since the Cuban Missile Crisis. United States, does not didn't like approaching from rising power in international politics to come close to the United States, what you call it, the national security landmark or national security area, where Latin America considered by the U.S. policymaker as one of the most important for United States. So I think Maduro, he does need to showing a different policy that he can really survive, rather than to be like anti-Americans or anti-Trump all the time. In other words, of course, there is like smuggling drugs come from Latin America. If it's not from Venezuela, could be from other neighboring United States. Venezuela should really act collectively to stop this kind of poisons and
But Dr. Ashraf, what
harming
about this
United States.
selective policy I'm talking about? Like, what's happening with the Honduran president and at the same time with Maduro? What about this selective policy?
Yeah, for other nations, they need really to help United States, like Honduras or
Mm.
Puerto Rico or Dominican, and this is really breaking, the relationship between Venezuela and their neighbors, and this is a very nice strategy by United States that can really contain and put pressure on Venezuela from neighboring Venezuela. So this is can really let Venezuela, come close to what the United States does really require and need from Venezuela at that moment.
Mm.